From across Maryland, Virginia, and the District, this is Washington's 24-hour local news leader. News Channel 8's Live This Morning starts right now.
Most people have heard of readathons, but have you ever heard of a recordathon? Thousands of volunteers in the Washington region and in the U.S. are lending their voices to a campaign designed to make books accessible to the blind, visually impaired, and dyslexic. Mary Lou McGee is with the nonprofit group Recording for the Blind and Dyslexic, and aviation safety analyst Barry Hyde is a volunteer for the program, and they join us live this morning in the studio to talk more about the campaign. Thanks very much for coming in. It's good to have both of you with us.
Good morning.
Talk about the recordathon.
Well, the Recordathon for Recording for the Blind and Dyslexic has been going on for several years, and it's a national effort in all 20 of our studios to boost the number of books that are recorded in any given time, sort of the extra push that we ask our volunteers to give, and also to raise some money by asking our friends and other volunteers to pledge, as you might in a marathon situation. And it's just concluding. It's been nationwide. It's been very successful, both in money raised, in additional books recorded, and in public awareness, which is also important.
It's so important to the quality of life for folks to have access to, whether it's the latest fiction or nonfiction or what have you. You want, as a reader, to have the broadest number of options, right, Barry?
Yes, sir. Certainly.
Talk about this event.
Yes, sir. It helps me to continue my education, and it has allowed me to get to where I'm at today. I am, of course, 5 classes and 8 assignments away from becoming Dr. Hyde.
That's great. A doctor in?
It will be a PhD in business administration with a specialization in aeronautical safety.
Wow. Very good.
Thank you, sir.
So what takes place this weekend? Tell us a bit about more detail.
Actually, our recordathon has ended, but our work continues. Members of our RFB&D family, like Barry, use our educational textbooks throughout their school careers. We specialize in doing educational materials. So Barry used us in his undergraduate work and is continuing to use the textbooks that we record as he finishes his PhD. And his success is certainly the same to anyone. I mean, we would all agree that he's been very successful both in his academic and his professional career now at the FAA. And his volunteering for our organization is in shows like this and helps us at events to tell his story, which is a really compelling one. And that really inspires our volunteers who are in the studios every week doing the actual recording of the textbooks he needs.
Barry, what makes for a good voice, someone who can bring that textbook and that material to the ear in a way that is maximum value for you?
Well, I am sold on hearing a woman read versus a man. I'm sold on someone that can you know, as they're doing the reading, they don't sound boring. They sound compelling and very energetic. They have a very lively voice. I think that adds a lot versus the average, just really low-tone voice that just cruises right along really slow and to the point. But I'm just very sold on RFB&D because they've helped me get to where I'm at today.
It is interesting because I think we tend to think of fiction and fun, beach reading or what have you, and not the technical stuff, but Barry is proof it is both that are so important to the effort. For more information, go to rfbd.org, rfbd.org. Mary Lou and Barry, thank you for coming in and bringing some of this important information to our radar.
Thanks very much.
We'll step aside here. The 10 o'clock hour of Live This Morning is straight ahead.